played Chiara Lobosca in the 8th chapter of the first year during the event Night with Wolves or the Halloween Feast. And in this event that takes place in the preparations for the Halloween banquet, you are searching mysterious attacks in the Forbidden Forest, and your search eventually takes you to the training grounds in Hogwarts, where you find Chiara after being attacked by Fenric Greyback. And in this interaction after rescuing her, you also find out that although she's not related to the attacks, she is a werewolf as well because when she was a kid she was bitten by one. And this so far was only known by Professor Snape because being afraid of rejection, Chiara had kept it secret. However, when she realizes that it's Fenric Greyback that's behind the attacks and that Hogwarts is in danger, Chiara faces her fears and she allies with MC to protect the school and stop the attacks, showing not only her bravery but also her generosity and good heart. Now, in this interaction you meet her, but you do not unlock her as a friend yet, because despite being sweet, kind, and a naturally good person, Chiara is very reserved and very distant with people, because given her lycanthropy condition, Chiara feels that she can't, or even doesn't deserve to have friends. And although in this mission Chiara does tell you explicitly that she cannot have friends and that you do not want a friend like her, later in the story during an interaction with Lupin where you discover that Chiara doesn't drink her potion for the werewolf condition, but gives it to him, both you and Remus start convincing Chiara that although it is admirable of her to be responsible and to care for people's safety, she's not only being unfair to herself, denying herself the possibility of having friends, but she's also wrong, because although lycanthropy can be a risk factor if you do not drink your potion, as long as you drink it when you need it, you are perfectly safe to have friends without being a danger to them. And after this interaction, you finally do unlock Chiara as a friend, and you can have the normal friendship interactions like eating lunch, drinking butterbeer, or playing gobstones. But although she is a part of the Sphinx Club, you cannot do the exams with her. Now, when it comes to romance, although this function unlocks in the 9th chapter of the 4th year, and this does make you able to take Chiara to dates in the garden or in the courtyard, when it comes to taking her as a date to the time-limited optional romantic events, it does take a little longer. Because on the one hand it would make sense for her reserved nature, but on the other hand because Jam City did not add her as a romantic option from the start, but sometime after. So in order to take her as a date to these time-limited optional events, it will depend on your interactions with her in the general story, but players in general say that it's between 5th and 6th year that options like Chiara, Jaev, Adea, and Talbot become unlocked.